Welcome to Student Spotlights, a presentation of College Success Arizona. This program features the hardworking college students who have earned scholarships from College Success Arizona and are pursuing their educational goals and career passions. Today on Student Spotlight, we interview Graciela Ortega.
I was born and raised here in Mesa, Arizona.
And where did you graduate from high school?
Desert Ridge.
And how old are you currently?
I just turned 19.
And you're attending Arizona State University?
That is correct.
And what is your course of study at ASU?
Community health.
Community health, is that part of the nursing program?
Mm-hmm.
So ultimately you want to earn your RN, BN? Is it a BN? It's a bachelor's, I guess, right?
Yeah, BSN. Yeah, that's my ultimate goal for sophomore year, take my T's, have that high GPA, and get into the nursing program.
You just transitioned from high school to college now. You're ASU, you're in your first year, right?
Mm-hmm. Just finished my first semester.
Talk about that transition. How different is ASU from your high school?
I think the transition that I had to get used to the most was having those gaps between my classes, because it's really easy to just, take a break here and go there, and really taking advantage of all this time that you have throughout the day and putting it to good use, like studying and going to your office hours. And going into office hours, those were a challenging transition as well, because in high school, you could just go in during lunch or during the study hall hour, and it was a lot easier to find designated time to seek out help. Whereas in college, it's really all up to you to find that time and set it aside and seek out the help that you need.
Ultimately, what is your dream job? What do you want to do for your job?
I'd like to be a nurse in an ER.
And why the ER? Because
I really like the fast-paced environment, and I feel like I work better under pressure. And it's something different every day. You never know what to expect, and it keeps you on your toes.
And what has motivated you to become a nurse?
My experiences in hospitals with family members that I have had, it's always the nurse that keeps you going. The doctor obviously has a lot of respect because they've worked hard to get where they are, but it's really the nurses that keeps the patient and the family going in hard times. And I've really been grateful for the nurses that have kept my family going in hard times. So I want to be able to return that.
And I have a note here that ultimately you hope to become a nurse practitioner?
Hopefully, yeah. Maybe in the future.
And what is the difference between a nurse practitioner and a registered nurse? Obviously, it's a notch higher.
Yeah, and then a nurse practitioner can earn a license to run their own practice. So it's basically just one nudge under being a doctor. So as a nurse practitioner, I could open up my own practice and be able to treat patients for acute illnesses.
And obviously, you can make a lot more money probably doing that too, huh?
Yeah.
And talk about your family. What role have they played in encouraging you to attend college?
So I'm the oldest in my family. So my siblings I've really wanted to be a role model for them. I'm the first one to go to college. I'm a first-generation student, so my dad immigrated here from Mexico. He dropped out of school when he was in 6th grade to work and help support his family. So really, he's been more of an inspiration for me to take advantage of the opportunities that I have in front of me that he didn't have. So he's been that role model for me. And then my mom was actually born and raised here in Mesa too, but she never went to college. However, she did know. She's been the one that's really pushed herself to find out as much as she can so that she can help me get in. So, we were up late nights looking at FAFSA, looking through scholarships, and getting all that done. Both of my parents have really been my biggest role models in different ways. Although my dad couldn't help me, look for scholarships and, you need to file for your FAFSA and make sure you're getting involved in school. He's always really pushed on me, look at the opportunities that you have that I didn't and what I could have accomplished if I did, so take advantage of them. And then my mom has really put those opportunities in front of me and showed me, okay, these are the opportunities your dad's talking about. Let's get them done. You
mentioned being a first-generation student, and you're also one of the College Success Arizona scholarship recipients, which, beyond the financial aspect, also provides specialized mentoring services through a team of skilled success advisors, we call them. In your case, it's Matt Sotelo, and that program is really designed to help students, especially like yourself, who are first-generation, meaning you don't have parents like you just illustrated with your comments that really have any college experience to kind of help guide you through the process. Can you talk about how Matt is helpful in that role in mentoring you through college?
Oh, Matt has been awesome, I've had mentors in the past to certain programs that I've done, but it's really very professional. Like, okay, what do you need? Let's get it done. Whereas I feel like the mentors at College Success Arizona in general have more of a friendly, like you said, relationship with their scholars. So it's really a trusting bond where you feel comfortable. You're not scared to go tell them, hey, I'm struggling in this class, or I didn't do so good over here. I'm lost in this path. You really trust them, and they're very helpful with anything, not just your academics. And then aside from academics, Matt has really helped me. Just recently we met with one of his friends who's a seasoned nurse. So he took the time out of his day, and she took the time out of her day to meet with myself and one other scholar who are also in the College of Nursing. So he's already really pushing that, communicating and building a community around you of people that are also in your same profession.
The financial aspect of the scholarship provides up to $6,000 per year for educational expenses. Can you tell us how that has made your life easier, attending college maybe a little easier?
I think that's the only reason I'm attending college. If I hadn't gone to scholarship, I'd probably be going to community college, which of course is fine, but it makes the transition into an accredited university a little more difficult. So it's really taking a weight off my shoulders, because before even getting the scholarship, that was my biggest stress. I didn't want to take out loans and put a financial burden on my parents and myself for years to come. So I think with the scholarship, that's a weight off my shoulders that's completely gone, so I can focus myself entirely on my academics.
And for students at Desert Ridge High School, where you graduated, listening to this, and maybe other places, students listening who are considering college, can you offer some advice?
Really get involved in your community, because not only is it going to look good on your application, but it's going to give you a sense of self. The more you get involved and talk to different people and embed yourself in your community, I think you're really going to understand more the kind of person that you are, your interests, your passion, and it's going to help you decide what you want to do ultimately for the rest of your life. Because I think that's really what helped me. And overall, I think it's going to make you a better person, because you're going to understand where people are coming from. You're going to understand different cultures. Just open yourself up to everything that the world around you has to offer.
I've interviewed a few students like yourself, nursing students, and what I've heard pretty consistently about the nursing program at Arizona State University is pretty difficult, and it's very competitive. Is that consistent with your experience?
Yes. I think, in my opinion, that they do it on purpose, because a lot of people think that, nursing, let's do it, lots of fun, but it really is, as much fun as it is, and you do have to have the passion for it, you have to be ready for it, the mindset of it. It's not all just, okay, here's your medicine. It's a lot of people, I think, miss out on the science aspect of it, that you are taking care of a human, a person, and it's your life in your hands. So the course and the training and the competitiveness is going to be very rigorous, because it's not just taking care of someone and healing them. Ultimately, it's someone's life in your hands. So you have to make sure that the people that you're putting out into the world for that are nothing less than ready for it.
Very well said. And because there is a lot of, stress and pressure in nursing school, do you have any hobbies or sports, pastimes, interests that you partake in to try and relax, let go of some of that stress?
Mm-hmm. I actually dance. I found that out in high school, that's really what helps me get my stress out. So I would suggest that, like a yoga class. I know that some people that's not their thing, but trying out different strategies until you find what works for you. I have a friend who plays basketball every weekend. I take a dance class 2 times a month. I also like to read. Sometimes I like to just take a warm shower, listen to some music, and just relax and take time to yourself. It's really, that aspect is also just as important as finding who you are, finding what works for you to relax.
Thank you so much for the interview, Graciela. And by the way, since 2005, College Success Arizona has worked with nearly 1,300 students, just like Graciela, and provided more than $16 million in scholarships and success services to help increase the college attainment rate in our state. If you would like to be part of the mission of providing educational opportunity to high-potential students from low-income backgrounds, your tax-deductible contribution can be made through the Donate button located on the College Success Arizona website at collegesuccessarizona.org.